We've made a wrong turn, and this portrait that's on the milk carton looks a lot like Courtney. This is the Wrong Turn podcast. It was kind of like, we've been missing, so we're on milk cartons.
We're like kind of around the essence of us.
Yeah.
Might pop in on the socials every once in a while and disappear.
100%. Yeah. Welcome everybody. This is a dead air episode. This is a little bit of an update. Dead air. We've been really busy the last few months, and life kind of smacked us in the face, but it's okay. So, usually since this is a want and not a necessity, this is one of like the first things that we kind of have to like push to the side in the meantime. But yeah, we're back. We're getting a little bit of an update of Reno.
I am doing well. Yes.
So exhausted.
You and I always have like little powwows before we like start recording. So I already like gave you a lowdown, but I was just saying November has been a lot more pleasant for me, which I appreciate because I really felt like October rocked me. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I understand life can get really uncomfortable and challenging. It's part of the journey. But man, when you're in it, ay. I was like crying all the time, which is I'm comfortable with. Like, I'm very comfortable with my emotions and sharing my emotions, and I'm not afraid of that. But like some people aren't, and I'll just be like, well, I'm gonna cry right now. So if you're uncomfortable, like I would suggest you go somewhere else.
Yeah, fair. Sometimes I hear it's good. I wouldn't know because I never cry. I've never cried once in my life. But
Really?
yeah, I hear. No, it's not true.
I know. I was like, really? I care. I mean, I don't know if you've been that emotional with me, but it's okay to cry.
That's what I was trying. Yeah, it's okay to cry sometime. But I wouldn't know.
I find it to be very relieving.
I hear it can be very cathartic and relieving. From what I hear.
I don't do it. Not me.
So yeah. Similar. Life's been a little busy, a little hectic. Nothing's bad. Everybody's fine. But yeah, let's get into it. We don't have a regular episode, but what we do have is a bunch of stuff we've probably watched over the last couple months.
Because obviously, I just want to hit on like. I feel like we missed October, which is like disappointing because we're huge horror heads, and that's like a time to shine. And we were both just like texting each other, and we're like, we can't right now. Just like you said at the beginning, this is the thing that unfortunately we do kind of have to push off to the side when life gets a little chaotic.
Man. Exactly. I already forgot that we forgot all of October for some reason. Every time when October hits, because I think it just happened a couple of times for us. Like we just got extra busy, and we just can't do as much. Like we didn't do. I think I might have started October pretty good, and like trying to get into the spooks and trying to watch movies and stuff like that. But like, no, I think the most thing I did was and I posted it was I had found the audiobook of Dark Harvest, which was like I think it's like an Amazon movie that came out, or it was like a movie that came out like maybe on Shudder or Amazon. I can't remember, a few years ago, and I always really liked the movie. And I'm like, and this book wasn't even that long, like maybe like a 4-hour audiobook, something like that. It's fast, and I just thought it gave me such Halloween feels. Like the setting, it does play out differently than the movie, which is great because it's kind of like a what if. Every time like it did the book justice, and the book just had so many good ominous feels and just like such sad characters, and I was just really and now we focus actually. So the premise of Dark Harvest is there's a small town out in the Midwest that has a festival every year where they're teenagers, I think like 16 to 18, all go out and hunt essentially a pumpkin scarecrow that comes to life every night that's filled with candy, right? And like the one kid that kills the scarecrow gets like their parents get all their bills paid for the next year. The kid gets a free car, he gets a ride out of town, and he gets to go like live his life. He's like, other than that, nobody's allowed.
Tradition.
Wait, what?
Town tradition that like they do?
This is, yeah, it's like every year. And then the way the movie did it really cool because they kind of kept it like a 1950s vibe, so everybody kind of has like a it's a very like stylized aesthetic. And in the book, we actually are getting the viewpoint of the scarecrow for the majority of the book, which is like something we didn't really get in the movie. The movie got like a little bit of, maybe once you find out things like what his motivations are, but this was way, way deeper. I was like, they're both super enjoyable, and since they're different, it's kind of like you're doing two different things a little bit. But no, 100% recommend, especially next Halloween.
I think it's a good note that you said that both like book and movie are both good, but they're different. And I find that very appropriate because I think so often people are like trying to make sure that the book and the movie are very similar. And I'm like, they're two different adaptations of it. And as long as you enjoy both, like, why not?
Yeah, like I've always thought about like, yeah, but and that leads me to my next one, which would be Abraham's Boys, which I actually had seen, but I had forgotten to mention on our last episode, like 14 years ago when the last time we recorded. It was it's a book, it's a short story in the book of 20th Century Ghosts by Joe Hill, which everybody knows now is Stephen King's son. And I think this was his first collection of short stories. And I've always really, really enjoyed this book. And Abraham's Boys is kind of like a different interpretation of Van Helsing and after his encounter with Dracula and all those characters and whatnot. And in Abraham's Boys, Van Helsing has gone to California to start out his life over because he has basically kind of been shunned because everybody thinks he just murdered a bunch of people, essentially, because people don't believe in vampires or whatnot. And this movie was a real like slow watch, but it was still pretty entertaining. And they also adapt the ending differently. But in this case, I don't know if I really like it because I was expecting the ending from the book.
Okay.
And I was just like,
and that's fair.
Like, okay, see, but then so we run into that issue, right? It's a different interpretation.
Yeah.
And I think this one was received okay, but it looks great. Looks, for like a little short story, it looks like they shot it in a cabin out in the middle of nowhere. Like it looks like aside from the costumes, like it looks like really, really like hopefully maybe a simpler production, but I think they did a lot with it. I think it worked great. At least one watch,
yeah,
for court.
Absolutely, for sure.
Well, you got one? Let's see it, and then I'll see if I got it.
Since we're on the Stephen King train, The Long Walk, loved it.
Oh,
loved it. I finally saw it, but I knew I was gonna like that one. And I haven't read the book, which I need to, but that's another thing too, where I'm like, I feel like I'll like both things for what they are individually, but I really enjoyed that new movie. I thought they did it really well.
Oh man, the movie was, yeah, but it's
not
for the faint of heart. It's like not. Movie was good. It was a little depressing. It was a little dark, and I think some people can't vibe with that feeling in some of their movies that they want to like detach and
that's
feel
fair.
good about. But like, I don't think I think it was perfect for the time. The kids, those actors gave fucking amazing performances. Like you felt for these kids, and like for a movie about walking, was not bored at all. Like,
the little, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No,
I was gonna say like the little like marketing nerd that I can be. When they did like the premieres of that movie and people were on treadmills and walked it. Oh, so I love it. I love that.
So like I do a lot of walking, and 3 miles or 3 miles per hour is actually like, because what was it? You couldn't go past 2.7, or you could go, but you needed to go at least 3 or something like that. Miles per hour.
It takes me 45 minutes to walk 3 miles on a good day.
No, 3 miles is because I track my stuff a lot, and 3 miles is on the high side. Like 3 miles is like you're starting to real push.
Yeah.
Like you don't do 3 miles easily. So like these kids had to, like,
Oh, I
in
do.
theory, these
Yeah.
characters, these characters were like had to had to really fucking struggle to keep up. So like that's because like everybody's like, oh yeah, you keep walking. And I was like, no, you have to keep the pace. If you can't
Yes.
keep the pace,
And
then
2.7, I think I used it. It's a good pace.
I
But
think
I'm a
it's
huge walker though, like, and you know this, like, so for me, like, that's why I'm like, easy peasy lemon squeezy, let me at it. But then you watch the movie and I was like, that was really sad.
that was really sad. It was sad. I don't know how it could have ended other than the way it
I mean,
ended.
exactly. That's why I do really want to read the book.
One I have not done, which is like Courtney's got me one up on this one. But like I was like, I don't know if I would have appreciated it any other way. I also like, I don't think they could have. Yeah. It's just, I feel like either something equally as depressing it would have had to have been the deal,
Right. And I also think I enjoy just a really simplicity of like a plot and a storyline that follows through collectively and stays on rhythm. Because I feel like I get easily overwhelmed by theatrics and like especially long ass movies, like 3-hour movies. I'm just like, I have a hard time with that. And maybe that's like my ADHD or whatever you want to say it. But I was from start to finish it was so invested in it and loved it. A very simple idea of just like, oh, we're walking.
I'm surprised it hasn't been made before, or because this could have been like, you could imagine like a 1980s version of this movie, 100%.
Oh yeah,
This
put those Stand By Me kids in there. Perfect,
dude. 100%. The No, and then part of me is just like, these kids are like these characters like a little naive and like they feel like they're invincible, and they're just like, we're all like, dude, like, you guys sign up and you guys die if like you guys
Squid Game style. Like, there's the way out is you win or you die, and the odds are not in your favor.
Yeah,
they're not.
Like, and they're
all your buddies. And one by
they're all
one.
so excited. They're all so excited, and they're all like full of life. And I'm like, oh my god! And then they make you feel for these fucking kids. And then one by one, they start getting, as the movie puts it, their ticket punched. And I'm like, what did you think was gonna happen?
I know. That's why I'm like,
dude, when the first kid got his ticket punched, and he's just like, it's not fair. I'm like, oh god.
You're like, guy, you signed up for this.
Oh my good! I forgot why he. I forgot why he started.
I can't remember either, but it's like, as an adult, you're watching it and you're like, your actions have consequences. Like, I felt like and I was like, what? Yeah.
Yeah. But and then
great movie though.
Great movie, 100%. Quick segue, which this would, there's like a website where I think people can ask people to do weird things and that people get paid for it, right? Kind of like that Dark Mirror episode. And I feel like this is kind of like a subgenre of like, what happened?
If that's not OnlyFans that you're describing, it's something else.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is. But I guess this would be like, betting somebody to like drink, like a cup of piss.
Oh, I see. That. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, there's a website called OnlyFans. You could just pay people to just do weird shit.
And I guess there was already like versions of this too. Like there was like YouTube versions of this that were up before, and I think some people have died. At least one guy had died because they were like they were streaming, and they were keeping this guy up who was like a military vet, I think, but you think he was just doing it for the money. And these two guys were just like abusing him. I think he had like eventually died of exhaustion on camera. and I think this was like a French version of YouTube or something like that. And now those guys were getting sued. So like, yeah, no good is going to come of any sort of televised game or like, you know, or like non-sanctioned, you know, online thing. Because like, what is it? Because we got Running Man coming out, the Long Walk. You know, I feel like Squid Game's challenge is like people are just really,
humans invented cruelty.
What was that?
Didn't humans invented cruelty?
Yeah. So we got this like long list of like, you know, games that people are just like, which is, you know, it's always been around. These movies have been around. These stories have been around for a while. But like now it's becoming like life is imitating reality, right? Where the Squid Game challenge, like they act like they die.
Show now. They don't die, obviously, but it's a whole reality show on Netflix where they play like the games and there is like consequences, but obviously they're not death. That's a dystopia I do not want to go to.
Yeah, but they act like they die, which I kind of think is like, did you have to keep that part? I mean, like, so they, you know, they do the squib and then the squib gets shot and then they act like they fall. I'm like, oh. No, but that one's hard. But I did finish watching that one yesterday. And congratulations to the person who won. Like, hopefully, because I remember last time the last Squid Game challenge, the last person, like I said, we were reading on the news that they weren't paid yet and they were waiting for their paycheck.
I would be so bad. But it doesn't surprise me about Netflix. They suck.
Yeah. And then what was it? As soon as this one was done, they were like already giving you trailers for the next one, and I'm like, oh man, you guys are never gonna stop now. It's gonna be like Netflix's version of Big Brother, some shit like that.
Netflix has become a problem. I don't have Netflix anymore. I deleted it. I deleted it. I just canceled it. I was like, no thanks.
Yeah.
I'm just. It was to the point where I'm like, I don't feel like I'm using this one ever. So I canceled it. I think the only thing I really watched was horror movies, whatever ones would pop up on there, and then like the Great British Bake Off, which I do miss.
So good.
It's so good. I'm like, man.
100% on this horror podcast, we can strongly recommend the Great British Bake Off because it's so good.
If you do have a Netflix account, watch that.
It will make you want to cook.
Yeah. And they're so nice. You walk away just feeling great.
Super sweet. I love those guys. Everybody on the show is just like so genuine. I'm like,
not in America.
Let's see. I've seen. I saw an interesting one called Vicious. I think like while I was sick last month or something. So I was like quarantined and just like, and it wasn't a bad movie. It was interesting. Well, we're hitting with these like simple premise. A woman at home by herself. Obviously, she's trying to get her life together. She is visited by a mysterious older lady who, if you remember, I told you about this movie called, wasn't the Home? It wasn't The Home. It was, I forgot what it was, but it was the one with starring Brandy and
I do
her
remember
mother-in-law.
Yes.
Her mother-in-law comes to live with her, and she's played the Front Room. And so this mysterious lady is played by Catherine Hunter, who's I think also doing like Shakespeare now, and is a fucking amazing actress. So she comes into the door, and then she's acting all weird, and she's just like acting like she's lost. The main character is played by Dakota Fanning. So you're like, oh, okay, this movie's got like some stars. So I was like, thought I'd give it a watch. And then the character, Catherine Hunter's character, gives her a box all of a sudden. He'd be like, this box is yours now. Do what it says. And she's like, you're fucking crazy. And then the night side starts to proceed in a very unnerving and strange manner. And then it's interesting because you never know what to believe at one point. But the only thing I would give it, like, this was kind of a cool watch. But the CG at some point was just like, really? Like, we still got bad CG out there? And they're still trying to do some weird things.
We're practical effects people through and throughout.
it's just like one thing. There was like one effect that just kind of pulled me out of it, and it was like a mirror effect. But yeah, movie is kind of fucked.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. I think you might dig it.
Okay. See, on my side, as you know, I tend to fall into more of like just watching comforting things, especially like when I am going through it in life. So obviously Halloween time, I did our classics of, Ernest Get Stupid. You gotta do that one. Which we've covered on this
Oh,
podcast. So please go listen to that one, which is a great episode.
you know what I do like? Sorry to cut you off. What I
No,
do
go.
like is seeing other people start to like recommend this movie and pop up during Halloween time, and like it just me just sitting in my car or at work or being like, haha, Wrong Turn Podcast already fucking did this one.
Yeah.
Fucking losers, catch up.
Loser. Go listen to our episode. We already covered it. You fucking late to the game.
Fucking noob. All right. Yeah, proceed. Sorry. Yes, you were
I
saying.
mean, but I think I say that every year. I was like, no, every year I like around Halloween time is specifically when I watch that movie. And like same with other like the Halloween franchise. It's only around Halloween time that I'm like, I'm gonna watch these. Whereas like the rest of the year, we've had this discussion before, I'm watching all the other horror things. But like October always feels like I gotta hit the classics. I gotta do Elm Street. I gotta do Friday the 13th. And then I throw in my favorites just because like I'm the weirdo that my comfort movie's The Descent for some reason, even though I hate caves.
Because it's a really good representation of strong female characters.
Exactly. Oh my God. And speaking of that movie, I don't know if I sent you this, but I definitely posted it on our Instagram. There's like a gameplay of what happened to that guy who got stuck in the Nutty Putty cave back in 2009 and died in it. And I was like,
No.
absolutely not. I was like, do not show me that because it shows you like exactly how small this cave was and how he got stuck. And I'm like, gross. I'm gonna go puke. Like, but I still posted it. I was like, anyway, go listen to our episode, The Descent.
So no, so one of the so I have a friend who hikes a lot, and they were working remotely, so they would like drive across country and stop in places um and hike and whatever. And I have like they posted video of them, like it was daytime, so completely different, but somewhere out in like like maybe the Arizona, somewhere along between the Midwest and the West Coast, because those rock formations, stuff like that. And it's her squeezing through the tiniest hole in the floor, just to like go through a cave. And I'm like, I'm thinking of The Descent, and I'm like, but I'm telling you, Courtney, this opening was, I want to say, no wider than it was less than 2 feet. Like they had to literally squeeze through this hole in the floor, and I was just like part of me is just like, oh, I feel like I'm pretty, brave when it comes to like hiking, but I don't know if I would have done that. Just to like, I feel like I would have gotten stuck, and I would have freaked the fuck out. Yeah.
Yeah, I've
No bueno.
agreed. There are moments where I'm like, I don't think I'm capable of that. Like, I don't consider myself a claustrophobic person. I'm not like I can go into an elevator. I can go into like the smaller room. I'm not alarmed by that. But the cave shit, like, no thanks.
When it gets too small, when it gets like slightly too. Hold on a second. My mom's giving me a call. Let me see what she's saying. Hold on a second. Okay, perfect. No. Okay, cool.
Is she okay?
No, she's on her way because she wants to see the baby.
Okay.
So it's perfect. Yeah. So go watch it.
No, but that's like as I was saying, like in terms of like watching new stuff, unfortunately, it's a few and far between. But I did get Weapons finally because it is on HBO Max, and I loved
so
it.
we can. All right, so now we can.
We can go into Weapons. I did love it, but it was a lot more brutal than I was anticipating. And I think maybe that's why I liked it. And the Aunt Gladys character, I don't know. It's like I keep bringing up Barbarian with it because I'm really interested and Zach Cregger's psyche with these women characters.
It was kind of interesting how you broke it down immediately. You were just like, you're just like Barbarian.
I'm going in
it. You're like, oh, you have a thing about women.
I was like, Zach, I'm noticing something.
Well, is it also because it subverts the expectation, right, where people often do not see women as threats? So to make it the most threatening in his world,
because yes, women are inherently nurturing, and then so to see it the other way, it's like, but I don't know. I mean, Gladys was way different. I mean, that mother character in Barbarian was a very, how do I word it? Depressing, a very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Oh, tragic character?
Tragic, there you go, thank you. Her existence is just fucking tragic. Whereas Gladys, yes, there's obviously dysfunction, and I don't know, like it was, I guess when I've come, it's like it was a lot more brutal than I expected, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I'm kind of excited to see his interpretation of, or his prequel for Aunt Gladys. I was just like, you made a really good character. So it's just like, people are like, oh, now you got to do a prequel about it. It's like, yeah, he made a really good character. You would love to see more of this character.
Correct. Exactly. Yeah. Whereas like mother character, you don't need anymore. We got it. Kind of thing.
That's fine. That's fine. It was a very, I mean, there was some stuff to that character, but they didn't have a whole lot of like, the Aunt Gladys has more dimension, more to her.
Yes. Whereas I think like again, just comparing those two films, oh fuck, where was my thought going? Because I lost it. Dang it. Well,
okay. But yeah, so then homie, I mean, just to be able to hit two movies, like, it's really interesting because you said Weapons was brutal, and I just told somebody that Weapons wasn't brutal. I guess okay. Like, yeah, I guess because I guess in comparison to like maybe some non-horror movies, then like, yeah, it might be a little bit brutal. Now that I'm thinking about some of the scenes, like, yeah, they were pretty bad. I was just like, oh yeah, you can go watch it with your kids. It's fine. I just told somebody yesterday.
Perfect kid movie. There's kids.
I might have fucked up.
I remember what my thought was. With Barbarian, I was more disturbed. I think I felt a little just more icky coming off of that one. And then Weapons was a little bit more of like horror. Like I was like, ooh, like we really got some like good stuff in that. And then yes, with Aunt Gladys, I was like, yes, I want to know more about this crazy ass woman.
Well, isn't it like, could it have been just the setting like a Barbarian where it was just very, dirty and grimy and sticky and slimy? Or it's just like,
you're stuck in a house, you're hidden, you're a secret, and also I love Justin Long. I think Justin Long in any horror movie is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, he's hitting his horror stride. He
always has been. He's forever and always Jeepers Creepers, and I think whenever I see him in a horror movie, I just get like so giddy, like beyond belief. Like, what is he up to now? Like, remember Tusk? I feel like we don't talk about Tusk enough. That movie's fucking weird. But
it's weird, but it just wasn't what I wanted it to be.
It wasn't what anyone wanted it to be.
Yeah.
It wasn't. We're like, Kevin Smith, we love you, but this one went a little kooky bananas, man. But Justin Long's great.
But like, because I know he can do genre, so like I know Kevin's like I love Kevin Smith's earlier stuff. I love when he was super angry and opinionated, and now I also love that he just loves everything too. I also love that about him. He's just like, yeah, people make stuff, love it for what it is. I'm like, oh, I love that about it. But like,
he just seems like a great dude.
But then I know you can do like interesting stuff because like you made Red State, and Red State was such a fucking dope movie, such a dope thriller. Yeah. And I was just like, you can do stuff that's outside of your purview, and still insert some of your comedic chops into it because it had some really fucking funny moments. But it was fucking intense, and it was fucking brutal. 100% always recommend Red State.
Red State's great.
Yeah.
I
So let's
don't
see what else.
recommend Tusked to barely anyone.
I mean, you know what? It's going to become what Tusk will be, and Yoga Hosers, and if he makes his
Yoga.
other one, Moose Jaws, eventually his Canadian horror trifecta, it'll probably be, horror cult films, 10 years from
Yes.
now, where, we're the equivalent of us watching, Chopping Mall, and
Yeah.
loving it. Yeah.
I appreciate Tusk though. I really do. I don't watch it very often.
I
Ever.
appreciate it for the art.
I appreciate what he's done, and I love Kevin Smith. When it comes to Kevin Smith, I know you're much more in depth with his work, but like I was always a Kevin Smith girly when I was a teenager. You talking Jane Silent Bob and Mallrats was my game. Mallrats. I was like one of my all-time favorite movies because not only is it a great movie, but it was filmed in Eden Prairie, Minnesota, at a mall that I had my first job in. So it's mad love for Kevin. We know that.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, let's see. I had another one for you. What else did I watch?
Oh, and then also just because we don't have to get into it because we've already talked about it, but The Substance is also on HBO Max, and I watched that one again. Oh, love that movie. Demi Moore, Kiss Kiss. She's fabulous.
I remember what I was going to say. We had during Halloween, I had caught Phantasm on Alter, like around Halloween time, like late at night, and I was just like,
Affleck?
No. This is you thinking Phantoms. No,
Oh God. I was like, you watching fucking Ben Affleck movies over there?
I actually think one is on streaming somewhere. I actually did see it recently. I was like, I might check it out. I think it's on Amazon. But no, this one was Phantasm 19, Don Coscarelli's Phantasm. It's just the vibe is so there for Halloween time. Even though we're now in November.
That doesn't matter. I still haven't watched some of my favorite Halloween movies. I still have to get to. But now I'm like, wait, do I watch Home Alone now? Where am I at?
It's just a fucking dope movie. It's always, if you've never seen it, never heard of it, a small town where essentially it looks like people are disappearing. It follows the boy named Mike, who is noticing weird things going on in a cemetery. There is a creepy old man, and this boy is mourning the loss of his family, or his parents, and his brother's taking care of him, but he thinks that his brother's going to actually give him up to his family, and he just doesn't want to be left alone. So there's like a whole lot of like kind of like sadness and dread in this movie, but there's also just like a little bit of supernatural. Well, there's a lot of supernatural elements where this kid's just kind of uncovering all the unseedy, and I'm butchering the premise of this movie right now because like just the feels for it and the cult following that is coming afterwards is, precedent. But I feel like a lot of people are like, you had to have watched this movie when you were a kid, especially if you were like 13 or 14 when you were, if you're a teen when you saw this movie. Like this movie hit for you super hard, even though this movie was from the 70s, but when I watched it was the 90s, whatever the fuck. But I think it still works 100%, especially the first one.
Cool.
I gotta do it. I gotta do an episode. Oh man, I butchered it.
That's okay. Wait, what was Alora for Halloween?
Pumpkin.
Cute. Did you guys do trick or treating? Was she into it?
Yeah, actually, yeah. We went to like the one of the big malls, and she cleaned up. She fucking everybody was giving her fucking candy. And then she had just started. Yeah. I was like,
you got a bag of candy. Like, thanks, honey.
Yeah, she was I mean, yeah, we haven't really given her. I think she's only really eaten like she eats fruits, and every once in a while, like she had a cake for her birthday, so we don't really give her a whole lot of like sweets just yet. Mostly for the family. But she cleaned up house. She was just like, oh, these people are just giving me stuff. So she's like, I'm just gonna walk everywhere. And she just started walking, so she was walking around the mall, like, of course the directions are a little, kid doesn't know which way is left, but whatever. She'll get it.
I could just picture you and Ming kind of just like laughing at her as she has like her bag open, being like, people are just giving me shit.
No, she was carrying like the pumpkin bucket, and she was walking around with it. But then she would put it down. So, but she was just striding around. Yeah, it was worth it. We still have tons of candy.
Of course. It's the parent tax. You're like, yeah, she's not really eating this yet, but like, hell yeah. Are you kidding me? I bought discount. We don't get trick-or-treaters where I live. But of course, I went up to CVS and got like discount Halloween candy, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna have little treats for myself.
Why not? Why the kids are too cool? Kids are too cool there?
No, because we're you remember where I live. So everyone that goes trick-or-treating goes to the ocean and goes to the rich houses on the Strand, and that's like the thing to do, because you just go walking up and down the side streets of the Strand. And everyone decks it out. Everyone decorates. Everyone trick-or-treats. Like, that's the thing to do if you live around here. Well, people don't really go in between in their neighborhoods. That's why everyone just goes to the beach, basically.
Okay. You got anything else you seen?
Let's try to go back and think if there's anything else besides like the good old classics. There was definitely some stuff on Tubi that I was like starting, and I would get like 20 minutes into, and I was like, no thanks. Like it was just too stupid even for me. Even for me. And how I'm generally gonna be like okay with pretty much anything, but I was like, no, I need more substance.
Isn't that weird when we're just like we'll love like the dumbest horror movies, but all of a sudden we watch something and we're like, nope.
I mistakenly thought, because it was called The Thing, but it's from 2022. And for some reason, I just glanced at it and I mistakenly thought it was the original. And I was like, oh my God, of course I want to watch The Thing. Love it. Thinking it was on Tubi and was excited. It wasn't. It was a 2022. I'm not really sure if it was a sequel or what they were trying to do. But as soon as it started, I was like, this isn't what I wanted to watch. And so I was like immediately upset. And then I got like 15 minutes into it and I was like, no thanks. So I actually have no idea if it's even any good or not, but I think I was just upset that I like was deceived, that I thought it was.
Wait, which it wasn't the one with Mary Elizabeth Winstead, was it?
Hold on, let me get it. Not the 82, because the movie, the poster and everything looked really similar, and that's why I was like so upset. It was on Tubi. Now you think I have to.
Yeah, I see one here on Tubi.
I'm very upset about it.
Well, I clicked on Tubi and I see all the movies we just talked about.
Well, because I love Tubi. Anyway, I can't find it, but I was upset. I was just because it was only because I just glanced at it and I was like, oh, I think this is The Thing. And then it wasn't. It was something completely different, but they used almost the exact same poster and everything. And I was like, I feel like you shouldn't be able to do that. I was just, I think moral of the story, I was upset because I got duped.
There was, let's see here. I mean, there was a 2011 version that a lot of people did not like. I hear there was a lot of like studio interference and a lot of changes made to the editing of the story afterwards, and I think the ending was different than what they had originally written, so I think it's a little weird. I think they're making another one right now. So let's see I think they're making another one right now, if I remember correctly. I think it's a sequel to this one.
Now that I relook at this poster, it is what it is, but I was like,
it's I mean, if it's the same one I'm looking at, no, it is similar. They did try to
2011, so I got the year wrong. I'm sorry. The prequel to John Carpenter's classic finds a team of Arctic researchers battling so I just did not realize that. I was just like,
I love it. What's the premise? The researchers
Yeah, I'm like, it's just not. I was just upset because I really wanted to watch The Thing, and it wasn't The Thing. I wanted to see Kurt Russell.
I think they really, and they also, I think that one, they try to bank on the they really try to go hard on the effects and the designs of it. I'm pretty sure I followed one of the artists, and I was like, the designs are really good, but I just think they were just, I think in that one they overshow everything. So it's a little less creepy. You kind of lose the impact a little bit because there's no mystery left to it.
Exactly. There's
let's
horror in the subtleties of it. You don't need to give.
Yeah. So they gave you everything. Like
they gave it all.
Yeah, up front. Let's see. I got one more. Maybe I have two more. Black Phone 2, Electric Boogaloo. I was recently saw. I haven't seen Frankenstein yet, but I have seen this.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet, but apparently the monster is a babe. Everyone wants to fuck him. What's new?
That's what I needed. Thanks for letting.
Everyone wants to fuck Jacob Elordi Frankenstein monster.
Yeah. I think it was because all right. So before I get to Black, so yes, like I was looking at the trailer. No, but I was looking at the trailer for Frankenstein, and I was just like, I love Guillermo del Toro, and I love what he's done. But like, I think sometimes his movies look like super fantastical and fairy tale and overly stylized. So like, they pull me out of like maybe the story I want to get into, you know. So like, this is a very polished version of whatever this. Even though like Lady was A Shape of Water, like was a lot more brutal than I thought it was going to be, or like a lot less romantic and a lot less heartfelt. It was pretty fucking gross at some points.
It was, but also like Del Toro knows how to make monsters sexy, and like people love it. People love it.
I was gonna say, so now everybody wants to fuck Frankenstein. I mean, Frankenstein's monster.
Frankenstein's monster. I think that's great. I'm not king shaming anything. You know what? If it makes room for more people to be into monsters, whatever, go for it. I just think it's hilarious.
It's Frankenstein's monster.
Everyone's like, we're gonna fuck Nosferatu, and I was like,
and that wasn't even hot. Yeah, it was.
I know, and gross. I was like, and I like Bill Skarsgård too, and I was like, okay. And now Jacob Elordi. Yeah. I don't know. It's funny. I had a conversation with, my best friend, John. He was like, because we were talking about this, we both agree that like, we think Jacob Elordi is like an attractive person, but we don't find him attractive. Like we look at him, we're like, yeah, hot guy, hot Hollywood guy. Right. But we don't find him that attractive. But for some reason, as
the Australian
monster,
guy?
We're like, wait a second. Now he's like, troubled. I don't know. It's just like it is hotter when he's a monster for some reason.
Well, did you ever watch Euphoria?
Maybe I should talk to my therapist.
Did you ever watch Euphoria?
A little bit. He was not a great. His character was awful.
No, his character's a huge piece of shit. But I was just like, very troubled. Like, yeah. All right, let's see. Okay, yeah, maybe you should talk to your therapist about it. Definitely.
But it's such a weird thing where I was like, I don't know. I'm like, cool. I'm here for it. Like, everyone really just wants to like get hot and bothered by these monsters.
Yeah, it could be a subgenre of a subgenre.
It's not new. I mean,
let's see. One more real quick before
sexy books. Yeah,
go ahead. There's definitely a lot of kinks out there, and definitely a lot of subgenres. No, I definitely seen, and anytime I get one that like pops up on my feed, I send it to my friend that loves reading smut. And now there's just like the AI generated covers of like stupid fucking books like that, where it's just like reptilian men and the women who love them.
Yeah, always. A fish man with a huge and it's always like, I don't know.
People have always wanted to sleep with
half horse, half fish. Like that gets weird, and I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. What is it? People always wanted to sleep with monsters. What was it? Species? You remember that one from the 90s? Yeah. That one made aliens super hot.
Just like how I said, everyone's always wanted to fuck Dracula. Like it's not new. Just exploring it in new ways, I guess.
Exploring. Yeah, we're just a little bit more self-aware now. Yeah. So yeah, recently saw Black Phone 2. I thought it was pretty good as not as good as the first one, because the first one, just like I said, I think it's something about like teenagers in these horror movies that just give you a little bit more of like the feeling like the odds posted are up against them. But no, I like Black Phone 2. It was super good. Like the kids, the same actors are older are older teens now. They're 18, 19, or 18, like 17, something like that. And the premise was, I mean, I did like where it was going. I was just like, yeah, if this kid sees ghosts and he murdered somebody, he essentially his killer, like, amazing that his killer's gonna come haunt him now. I love that fucking premise. I like where it goes exactly. Like, I think they had a couple red herrings, and I was waiting for them, but they never kind of happened. But I don't want to give too much away because you still haven't seen it, but it was still super enjoyable.
That's one on my list for sure. I was like, as a
guess
popular
what?
one,
It's another Joe Hill one.
Oh.
And it's in the same book as 20th Century Ghosts, as Abraham Boys. So full circle, beginning of the episode, end of the episode. But
we love Joe Hill.
But this one was made for the movie, like the story, like it has nothing to do. Black Phone's just not a simple, but a short story. And this one, I think, was written by the director, and the writer, and I think with a consulting by Joe Hill. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, real quick. I mean, I know that we're getting Smile 3, and I'm so interested on how the hell they're gonna do that. That's all. Just because of how the second one did. Like, so many people are infected by it now. Sorry, I just spoiled Smile 2 for everyone.
No, it's been out for a little bit. I think it's been out, like, if you haven't watched it, it's like up on streaming everywhere now. Yeah, I think it's like on Amazon. So if you haven't watched it, you should listen to this. Like, I don't know. Like,
you're already, if you're still listening, you're already an hour into us chatting anyway. So
yeah. Like, if you haven't, like, yeah, but no. All right, so I'm gonna put some theories out there. Could this sort of be kind of like a kind of crazies sort of approach where people on social media are seeing the Smile and everybody's kind of fucking losing their mind, and some people haven't seen it, so it's the people that haven't seen it trying to survive against the people that have seen it? Or is everybody just kind of in their own fucking, endless tortured mind chamber where they're being haunted by their own fucking demons? Like can the demon only haunt one person at a time?
Ooh. I like that.
Because then that limits your story, and then what we thought would happen, where everybody would fucking lose it at once. Now you just singularly,
maybe there's like a plot as like I do like the idea that the demon can only infect one person at a time. But I also like the idea of like maybe that's how you defeat it, because it like morphs so much. I don't know where that thought was going, but it was
actually that's it. No, you were kind of using one of the
right, like
you were using one of the ideas from the second movie. No, they think they tried to kill it when they tried to kill her as she had it, and then they tried to resuscitate her. I think a la a bunch of other movie premises, but I think like the whole thing was
lost. Second one got a little noisy at the end.
Well, no, I think like the whole thing was like a setup, right? Where the monster itself is just like, oh yeah, you're not even fucking here, or some shit like that. Like the whole thing I made up was just like, you're already fucked, which was kind of cool. Yeah.
But I guess I was just like, I know it's kind of random in there at the end, but I am excited because I do like Smile. I think they've done really well. I enjoyed the first one and the second one. But back to like, it's so similar to that One Truth or Dare, where at the end of that One Truth or Dare, they put it out on YouTube, and then it like basically infects everyone that's now watching that video. So it's like, it's such a similar thing. And I feel like I don't see a lot of people talking about it. I was like, is that One Truth or Dare movie and then Smile that are so similar with the creepy smiles. And I was like, we're not discussing it.
We're not. Courtney has pointed it out. Her conspiracy theory that they're basically
Smile
the same movie.
Considerably better and well done. Absolutely. But
there's a lot of good there's a lot of good choreographing in Smile too. So I'm just like, is that where they're gonna? But I think it just played off I think it also played off like that's what the character was, right? Like the character, she is a dancer, singer. Yeah. So what can they possibly do? Yeah, interesting.
But I do like what you said about maybe it can only infect one person, but then it's like, who's got it?
Yeah.
It's a room full of 30,000 people. Who's got it?
or can it pass through the camera, right? Like, does it need to be in person? A lot of, but essentially, I do like the crazies aspect, though. I do like a whole, like, everybody's fighting for their life because other people are just murdering each other left and right, a la the crazies, a la the Cell, a la, a bunch of other movies where, the Signal, a bunch of other movies have kind of, where people have kind of lost it. A la 28 Days Later. Yeah.
What's the most recent one with the zombie with the giant dick? No, everyone's talking about.
You mean the dick that has its own movie credit?
Its own movie credit, because it's like shocking when you. Because I remember when I was like, it's not that, right? Like I truly was like, whatever, you guys. And then I saw it, and I was like, people weren't joking. I was like, whoa, you really can't miss it.
Oh, you can't. I think it's just like, but I do know that like in a lot of British films, sometimes like male frontal nudity is a little bit more like open.
Oh, it's very normal. Yeah. Like,
yeah. So like,
I didn't think it's a big old caveman dick. We're just making it. Here's this zombie with a big dick. And we're like, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, like the whole alpha thing is like, yeah, these are alpha zombies. They never stop growing. He's 7 feet tall. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. Is that really where you want to go with it?
We're stepping into this weird kink territory you guys are going with wanting, which is fine. Go there. I'm not going to go there, but you guys can.
Yeah, but here's this really poignant story about a mom and her kid, but here's the zombie dick on the side.
I'm confused.
But 28 years later, I think was good, because I don't think but I don't think it's what people expected it to be. I think people were expecting they were expecting 28 Days Later is what they were expecting. They did not get it.
No, you didn't. It was fine. I like that they're continuing it, I guess. But I don't know. I have nothing to write home about it other than that part. I was like, we made a real big deal about that.
Yeah, and then they got the next one coming out, I think this spring or winter or whatever. The Bone Temple, which you get more zombie dick.
Great. Just what I need. A sequel. Better be bigger.
I think it's the same one. It's the same guy.
I want.
No, I want a bigger one.
Bigger one.
Okay.
Taller, bigger zombie, please.
Yeah, I like in my head, like the nerd part of me was because like I was thinking about like, oh, you got bigger zombies, like, but like wouldn't they like, because essentially people get bigger muscles and then they get stretch marks, so like wouldn't this zombie look all fucking stretched out? Like you just have like a big fucking caveman. Like I want this fucking zombie to look fucking gruesome.
Nasty.
I want like
it's not.
I want his like I want his muscles to be like torn open because he grew so big that some of his body parts couldn't keep up. Like that's what I want.
Is its own territory of hotness for some people, I'm sure. But it's like I understand what you're saying. Like
more Frankenstein.
I want more freak. I want more freak. Like you're showing me
this. You want more freak in your freak.
I want more freak in my freak. You're showing me really Hollywood beauty. Like look at this like ripped zombie, and he gets bigger, and he's so strong. And you were correct. I was like, I don't think it would really be like that.
Yeah, like like literally.
Is this the potion from Death Becomes Her? Like where are we?
Like I've literally seen like in high school, I would see a kid that like was like working out so much, and he flexed his muscles in front of me, and I literally saw his skin tear as he did it in front of me. He gave himself stretch marks right in front of me. And he wasn't even that big. It just and then he noticed, and he's like, "Oh fuck, what the fuck did I do to my arm?" I'm like, so like, yeah, hold on, but I have to wrap it up because I have to go right now.
Absolutely, that's all right.
Well, we will see you guys next time.
We'll try our best, guys, but we can't guarantee when we'll be back.
All right, take care.
Bye bye.